Hello everyone, welcome to Weber Academy Red Team series. So in this series, I'm just going to show the demonstration of tool Caldera. So Caldera is a open source tool actually created by MITRE for adversary eliminations. So basically this tool will simulate the actual cyber attack without not so much hustle kind of things over there. The coolest thing is in the Caldera is that makes the tool very good in use of MITRE attack framework. So MITRE attack framework is nothing but it's a kind of a tactics and everything, techniques and everything involved it based on the cyber attacks what are happening on it. So it's kind of a blueprint how the attack is happening after the hacker gained the access of source on period, how it's going to next stage. So this is all like have a kind of a technique and advance of it. So that based on that MITRE attack framework, this tool is actually designed it over there. So that which allows the red team to create and run a realistic attack scenarios based on the requirements and those things over there. So it is also useful to test the defenses like when we are doing a testing. So we will come to know that whether the security controls measures we have defined it's whether it's able to bypass or not. And also we will just able to see that how the blue team effectively they're working on and stopping the cyber attacks, and those gives incident response plan as well. So this is actually a very good flexible framework for empowering the red team things over there. So for this demonstration, I just running two VMs. One is Ubuntu, which is a 20.0.4. I have installed Caldera very thing, and don't worry, but I'm just going to walk you with the installation setups, how to install Caldera on the Ubuntu. So feel free to obtain the knowledge and install it over there. In case if you need the OVA file of this one, please comment below so that I can upload this OVA file in the my GitHub community, and then from there you can download it, or I can drop it in the Discord or telegrams so that you can download the OVA file from there as well. So but you have to just comment it in case if you need it. I'm just okay with it. And the client side, the attacker machine, what I'm going to run is a Debian machine. So if you see here, I'm just running Debian versions as well. So if you see that I took the SSH of it, so SSH is actually Debian is running on it, and this is the latest version of it. So this is the demonstrations I just took it for in my lab. So I'm just going to demonstrate and everything over there. Disclaimer, this is a completely for education purpose only. It is the intention is to learn the cybersecurity for the red team and upskill over there. Whatever the hackings and whatever things are I'm doing it is in my lab environment. Hacking without permission and those things is a crime. So I'm not responsible if you are misusing this video of it. So this is a disclaimer of it. This is a completely educational purpose video, so that use this knowledge to upskills your things, and maybe probably you can focus if you want to join in a red team. This will be a helpful tool video for you. So without further delay, let's get into the video. I actually using Ubuntu version 20.0.4 because I tried in other versions. Sometimes I get error messages. Anyway, installing Caldera in an older version in a Ubuntu, it doesn't matter. So because all we are just going to do as a red team, we just going to do it over there. So I just took this 20.0.4. So I think it means for me it doesn't works. Maybe you can give a try with the Parrot and Kali or any other latest Ubuntu versions or something else. But for me, this is pretty worked for me. So that is why I just took this version. So now all we just need to go is just ensure first of all we update this operating system. Ensure by running apt update, because I'm just running as a root. So that's why I'm just running. If you are running as a normal user, just add out the sudo and see if your Ubuntu, whatever version you are using it's up to there. It's all up to date. Okay, so if you see that all the packages are up to date. So now what I am going to do is I'm just going to pull this document. This is the installation MITRE Caldera. So this is the installation. It's very simple installation document. We're going to follow this, and we're going to install the Caldera in the Ubuntu versions. We have to clone this repository. So that at the time of recording, the version is 5.0. That is the latest version. So let me go and copy it. You don't need to worry. I'll be giving this documentation in the description, so you can go and copy it. So I don't have the package Git. So let me quickly install the Git packages. Mostly if you are using Kali or Parrot or something else, it will already pre-installed with the Git, so you don't need to worry about it. But if you are using an Ubuntu or any other Linux distros, sometimes the Git will not have it. So simple, you just need to run a apt install Git, because I'm just using a Debian package manager, so that's why I'm using a apt. So let's get the Git to be installed. Let's wait for the Git to be complete. Okay, so the Git is installed now. Let me clear it and restart it. So basically what this will do is it just clone the repository which is in the GitHub community. So it will just uh, clone everything and save those files into the Ubuntu our mission kind of things. So let's wait for it will take some time, because it need to clone every directory whatever it is there in the GitHub page of the MITRE Caldera. So it will completely download all the informations and it will be cloning on it. Okay, seems like it is cloned. Let me clear it. If I do ls, so if you see that the folder is actually downloaded. So let me go to the inside this folder cd Caldera, and if I do one more ls, you can see all the files actually it's cloned everything. So what I need to do is now I need to run the requirement file. So basically what this will do is it will whatever the scripts, dependencies, packages need to run this Caldera functions tool, it will automatically install everything over there. So the command is simple. So again I have to go pip3. Basically this is actually coded in the Python 3 version, so that is why I'm just using a pip3, and install -r requirement.txt. And it seems like the pip3 is not installed it. Again we have to do the same thing. Let me install python 3.pip and let me install it. So the package is installing on it. If you are doing all this, means if you're trying to install Caldera in the Kali Linux or Parrot OS, it will by default Kali and Parrot OS is all programmed and loaded with the tools. But since I just took the Ubuntu as a plain vanilla flavor, so that's why I'm just trying to install it, because it will be more useful if you are because usually Ubuntu comes in the it have option like lightweight, then you can easily you can host it in an AWS environment or Azure, then you can take SSH and easy for you to do it. Because sometimes when you go for AWS environment, Kali will be like it's available in the marketplace, but it will be a chargeable. So that time you have to pick the Ubuntu. So I'm just keeping in that mind. So I'm just replicating the same thing. So for the demonstration, so I just completed. Let me run the same command and see if that everything is whatever the package is needed for to run this script, it will be get installed it. Okay, so whatever the package is needed, it is installed. So now again I'll clear it. Now what I have to do is I have to start the server. So this is a command, basically the script, Python script. Basically it's a, as I said, it is a Caldera is actually programmed in the Python Go language. So now what I need to do is I need to copy this and start the this run the script so that it will build the program and it will boot the Caldera server, and once the changes are pulled, then once good to go with, and we can launch it this thing. So okay, console. Okay, let me run it. So it's giving the password. If you see that it started, the username is red, and there is one more username is also blue, and the password is password. Okay, this is a password. It's all generated. So now what I need to do is let me. This is actually when you run the script, it is password is generated, but it is failing with that. Means you don't need to worry whether npm is there. Okay, so it says npm version is there, and the node version. So node is also there. In case if suppose the version is, you will usually get this error message when it is not installed. So I also got it. Now I actually installed it by running a command called apt install node js and npm. That's all, two commands. Then I have installed this packages over there. So that's why you're able to see the numbers now. So what I'll do is let me rerun this same thing. Let me rebuild it. So successfully I have installed the Caldera. So once you are installed it, you can go to the local host and followed by this port number. And also if you want to see what is the password, you just need to go to Caldera configuration file, and you can able to see the respective password loop and user account and red user account. Then using that you can log it over there. So the steps are simple. So we have successfully installed it, and you can see that this is the dashboard, first dashboard of it. So I like it to say that 170 56 abilities and 29 adversary techniques are there, and just gives the status of it, like server is running or not, and how many agents are deployed it over there. So these all things will be there. So the campaigns like agent, ability, adversaries, operations will be there. So agent is nothing but we are going to deploy agent on our testing phases, testing area where we want it. It is actually the agents are available on Mac OS, Linux, and Windows as well. So yes, you can test it. Currently it is not, the agents are not available in the mobile versions like iOS and Android. So this specifically, this testings you can do it on the uh, machine species like Windows, Mac, and Linux only. At the it have a limitation of it over there at the current of time of recording. So agents, it's there, and after that, once the agent is done, install it on the victim machines or wherever the texting machines. The abilities actually tell you that the how to run the thing based on the MITRE techniques. What are the commands need to be included, what need to be executed, all these things will be there in the abilities over there. Then adversary, based on the adversaries, the profiles will be created. There are a lot of profiles are there. I cannot go into the detail about the tool about it, because the tool have a tons of features and tons of things over there. I'll try to cover as much as possible of it. So probably from there you can spend a lot of time, and you can spend a lab. That is why I'm just asking you to set a lab, so that you can play around with each profiles, each things, and you can get a familiarize yourself with the Caldera tools over there. Okay, and the operation is finally, the operation is what we did it over there. So that is the what we done it. All these actions will be there. So first of all, what we're going to do is, let's go and there are a lot of plugins as well available. So these are the things, and the good thing about it, they have a specific training models also. So if you want to learn something else, you can go and learn the training videos in the Calderas. They have a fulfilled kind of thing, so you can utilize it over there. Apart from that are self-explanatory, so configurations related to those things over there. So now I'm going to install an agent on the Debian version, which is running, Linux is running over there, so that you will get the familiarities how this tool is actually works, and how what other things are capable of it doing over there. So now what I'll do is, first of all I need to deploy an agent. So let me deploy an agent, and in that, if you see that there are three versions agents are there. Rogdoll, a Python based agent, and Sandscat, it's a Caldera default agent which is written in a Go language one, and also it's communicate via HTTPS thing. And the reverse shell agent, the final one, last one is Manex. So this is other things over there. Let me select one by one, and you can see that this version have only Linux and Mac. And if you go with the default version, this have a Linux, Windows, and the Mac. Darwin is the kernel version, so that is why they're referring in that manner. So the Apple OS, Mac OS, basically Mac OS kernel is Unix kernel is Darwin. It is built on a Darwin, so that is why they name it as a Darwin. Okay, and Manax, let's see, and again this is also platform available on Linux, Windows, and Darwin over there. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to with the Python agent. Let me click the same thing, and I'm just going to create a platform based on the Linux basis only. So here, if you once you done it, you can see that it is app contacted, how it need to contact. So the IP address, you can see it, and the contact with how to need to contact and everything is in this manner is there. And if you see that this is a simple Python script is running, it's going to call this function and it's going to get it over there. If you are, since I am just doing locally, so I just need to change this IP address to my the Caldera where it is installed it. So it is a 10.0.2.15. Let me reconfirm. Let me open the terminal here. Okay. So the IP address is yes 10.2.15. So it's I have rightly mentioned it. So the IP might change for you, depends upon your lab environment and those things over there. So this is the one thing. So let me copy this one. So this is a Python agent which is communicate via HTTPS. So let me, what actually this script will be doing is from this server, using the curl function, it will download the file agent, and post thing it will be installing it. Since it is a Python, it will be installing this required files, and then it will be in running this Python script over there. So that is the company, I mean this coding is telling about it. Let me copy it, and let me open the Debian. Let me paste it and enter it. I think I have to put a sudo. Okay, let me switch it to root. Okay, now again I'm just pasting the command. Okay, so these commands are not there, so that is why it is. So let's quickly install on the victim machines. Otherwise, what we'll do is let me try to switch to the Caldera default one and see how it is goes. So let me close this agent, and again let me go back to the agent. Let me deploy it, and instead of this option, I'm going with the default one. Okay, and here I need to change the again IP address of it. 10.0.2.15, and the Splunk KD is the name of the file. So again, if you see that same thing is going to download it, the file is going to download, and it's going to give a full permission to execute it, and the script is running over there. So now let me copy this file. So there is other deployment for Bluetooth agent instead of red teams and testings, other things as well there. So now let me go and run it. I'm pretty sure this time it will ask for the curl to be installed. If it is asking, we will go and install it over there. Okay, so the curl is again needed. So let me install curl by running this command. So now let me clear it and let rerun the agent. So yes, let's rerun it. So it sees that it is actually downloading, the tunnel is established, and it's look like the connection is establishing. So let's go back and see if the agent is popped up in the Caldera. Yeah, if you see that the agent is actually successfully thing and you see alive and trusted. So that means its connection is active. And now to what we can do is we can click here to get the more informations. So what this when the platforms and those things, if you want to kill this agent, I'm not testing is done, no more needed, then you can kill this agent one. So now let me close it. So once we are deployed the agent, let's go to the ability. So here only we are going to create a profiles and those things over there. So let's go to the let's go to the adversary. Here we're going to create a profile. So I'm just going to create a simple profile called, there are a lot of profiles are there. If you just put it over there, if the list goes on it, see the list completely, it will be goes on. So here I'm just going to take a simple advanced thief. So the module I took it here. So in this model, what it'll do is it's basically it will collect the information. So information gathering will be collected, what is there in this machine. Then it will be extracting the data, like what are the utilities are there. Whatever the informations are extracted, it will be communicated to the C2 channel, which is a Caldera machine. So it's a command. See, Caldera is also a command and control machine. So it will gives you over there. So now this is the things. What we will do is, if you want to add abilities, you can add abilities, or if you want to create a new profiles based on the MITRE attack or something else, you can create a JSON file and you can copy here. You can upload it and you can run it over there. Ability here, so let me add a ability here. So here, if you whatever you wanted, so if you see that all these are the numbers T14970, so these are all like adversaries one. So what I'll do is, for this demonstration, let me walk you with the MITRE attack. So if you see that the MITRE looks in this manner, so if you see the reconnaissance, resource, initial access, executions, persistence, and everything. So for example, if some usually as a part of a hacking, information gathering is the one. So active scanning is running. So this number will have a the T series number. So if this is a technique. So under the sub technique of this is all this. If you click this number, this will tell about what this technique is actually does, what kind of see the traffics will be, source will be index. So this is how the based on the MITRE. That is why I said earlier, based on the MITRE framework, they have calculated over there. So for example, if some a hacker is doing a vulnerability scanning, who and all usually the procedure example, and the sub technique is 315. So based on this, you can create your own profiles, or you can get a familiarize yours over there. So here I'm just going to see the only this unsecured credential private keys. So I'm just adding of that one. They see any unsecured credentials are available or not. I'm just adding furthermore and see if what other things. Let me see if I can able to bypass, or let me, since it is not a cloud, so you can test it in the cloud environment as well, like how the access keys and secret keys are stored in AWS and Elastic your searches over there. Also you can see understand the VC flow, which is a virtual private cloud. So that is also you do it. Let me see if I can see if the tokenizations can be done, and we can, it is done. Let's go, and you can export the same information here. So by exporting, you can export it and you can keep it. So after you have created your own profile or something else, you can save it here and you no need to run it over there. So now it is all done. So this is done. Now what we can do is, let's go to the, you can see the YAML file is actually saved it. In case if I need a future, I can do it over there. So you can save it. So the technique, whatever next time onwards when you did it, this will automatically create. Otherwise you can create a new profile. Let me go back to the import option itself. Let me import it, and I'm just selecting the choosing the file. So this is for just imagining if you created your own file. So this is how you will be doing. So in this case, I'm just advanced step. This is what I'm just trying to open it here. So let me import it, and you see whatever I have created, it is already just there. So let's go back to the final one is operation. So here we are going to run these things. So select the operation. Here we are going to select the operation here. Let's go click a new operation. So the operation name, what we are going to do is, so this is a demo for the red team. I'm just giving it the name. you can name it whatever. So what is the adversary you're going to do it? So here you can select whatever the one we have created, right? So um, let me select the first one and believe this one. Otherwise, we will have to rename that file and we can do it over there. So the fact it's something like you want to go with the basics or something else. So you can play around it. Whether you want to display this all the group or only the red team, the user only for this one. I'm just giving as it is. The planner is atomic, badge, bucket, guide, and everything is here. So the abstract is basically if there is any different is there, it will be you can selecting it will if you want to test it like the able to bypass the antivirus and those things, you can give all the things over there. So for this demonstration, I'm just keeping as a plain text and anonymously run anonymously and use the default processors, and I'm just running with the default things over there. Gitter is nothing but how often you just need to test next techniques you have to do it over there. That Gitter seconds we are just doing over there. So I'm just going with all the default options. I'm not going to change it, but I would suggest you to play around it so that you'll get a more familiarizer on this tool. So let me start. Once it is done, I have to start this thing. So what this will do is this basically, if you see that it is actually the script is running. So basically it will show all the things whatever happening on it. Let's give some time. So if you see that it actually started, you can see the view the command, what is actually command is happening. You can see that it will automatically, it will be, see it is actually happening things. So let's wait for the things to be completed. So if you see that this is actually successful, so that means the user discovery is actually done. So the user is able to identify it over there. So if you want to see the output, you can see the output. So these are the users actually available in the, so basically you can, using this technique, you can user enumeration. So see, these are the users are available in this one. So I can got it. And what is the command actually machine run this? This is basically, this is the command and plain text. So basically the who am I command, but running in an abstracted base 64 code, and it is ran and it got the informations over there. So now next one is it's looking for a local users. So let's wait for the, it will just basically collect and it will see how the sexes are done or not, and those things will be coming on it. So let me speed up this one. So let's test to be complete. Once the test is all completed, I'll just walk you with the everything over there. Okay, so I just ran discovery only because it took a long time. So to keep the demonstration very simple, I just run a discovery tactics alone. So if you see that it is all successful, that's mean the, so if Caldera can do it, and even hackers can able to get the details. Like for example, find the user processes. So just view the output. So it gives all the output, what is running on it, TS mask. So basically there is the DNS services running over there, and other services like message bus. So these are all enumerations like user process enumerations, active users, like whether the disabled users are there, process informations. And if you see that the permission group discoveries, so what permission, who, which user have it over there. So I have collected enough of the discoveries and informations over there. So you see this, I am not done anything. I just put a automate adversaries and ran the script, install the agent, and it gives everything. So now based on that, if I just integrated with my sim tool here, collecting a log, probably it will tell you that okay, someone is doing a discovery scans on based on this tactic, MITRE attack tactics. It will throw you alert or something else in case if unable to capture all these things and I able to successfully capture and I'm not stopped it, that means my sim tool is not working properly. So this is how the evaluations you can do it. Then red team is actually basing helping on it. So this is the thing, and you can do play around it. A lot of adversaries and a lot of things are there. So this is the simple demonstrations how you can use a Caldera, and you can do it over there. So as I said earlier, you can install in in Ubuntu machines like AWS and Azure or Linode or anywhere, then you can do easily. You can do a globally the penetration test, sorry, red team the testings over there for your client, for yourself, for the demonstration education. So then, or you can do it if suppose you want to do it in a locally, you can set up a lab, like as I said, with the one Ubuntu machines and Debian, or probably you can set up a Windows 10 or Windows 11 and you can run this as well in the testing in the Windows environment and Mac OS as well. So play around it. That's all I have for on this video. So I hope you find this content, this tool, you have got a little bit knowledge on it. So this is a very useful tool, very useful tool for a red team who can utilize this tool and get their daily operations and do it over there. Thank you. In next video, I'm just going to walk you with the one more interesting tool called Atomic Red. So that is a most interesting one more tool. It's a command control tool as well. So we can, using the Atomic Red Team that tool, we can evaluate how your security postures controls is having more over there. So stay tuned. Very soon I'll be coming with the Atomic Red tutorial. So thank you all for joining me today in this exciting session. I hope you found the content informative. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving like to this video and also share the feedback to comment below. Your feedback is essential for shaping the future of this channel. Ensure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on upcoming videos. Also, feel free to share this video with others who might find it interesting. If you have any questions or need further clarification about anything shown in this video, don't hesitate to reach out to me via Discord. Lastly, a big thank you to all my subscribers. Your encouragements keep me motivated to create more valuable content for you. Stay safe, stay curious. See you soon with the next chapter in Red Team series. Bye for now. Take care.